5:45 a.m. Thursday, May 7th, 2026. Beloved, I am Starseed Commander. Take this message. We have gathered you here today to remind you of all that has been, of all that is, and all that is to be. Recognition complete. Stand by for acceleration upgrade. Granting access. Stabilizing frequencies. Connecting to the Dolphin frequency of Sirius B. Connecting to the well frequencies of Sirius B. The ancients of the deep. The beauty, the majestic beauty of these wise souls came to Earth at an early stage of their development in this timeline. All majestic creatures of the oceans, the seas, the sea turtles, the seahorse, the starfish, the jellyfish. These are all sacred mysteries of the water portals between dimensions. They can teleport between the waters of planetary frequencies. Wherever there are watery planets, they share their healing. They visit until the work is done, and then they return home. They retire like many souls retire after several cycles before beginning again in new forms. They're highly telepathic and advanced intelligences. There is so much love radiating from these creatures. The dolphins are here to remind us that we are all connected on a molecular level. Through the rhythm of the universe, the wavelengths passing through each of us are harmonic resonances through our frequency beings, our galactic frequencies that we bring to each planet, each star system, each galaxy. Every soul has a vibration. Every soul has a rhythm, imprint. Every soul has a frequency that is distinct. But when it harmonizes with other souls and other beings of creation that appear to be telepathic or have this dolphin skin complexion, these dolphin eyes, even when they are humanoid, they carry an innocence with them. We are reminding you of the experiments that were done. We are reminding you of the extraterrestrial interventions with various species. They did not just magically appear, they were formed this way by lower entities and higher dimensional entities, all the way up through the highest forms of creation until they expand into light, consciousness, light beings. Dolphins are here to heal the planet, to heal the environment, to stabilize the energies of beings on Earth. The whales are here to anchor the frequency, the divine frequency of all beings. They are emissaries, very wise emissaries, very royal. Their lineages go back beyond time and space. They have taken a very odd form, unique to any other species on Earth. They are quite vast and expansive. They are like organic ships in the sea. All of their forms, all of their species and subspecies have a unique purpose on Earth. They are here to teach us much about ourselves. In ancient times, there were humanoid water beings. These are amphibian beings, amphibian humanoids. Some had gills. Some appeared to have the heads of fish-like beings. These would be described as the Nommo, the Sirian Nommo, that have visited many African civilizations in ancient times. Many southern European, Mediterranean nations. They gather their mythologies here of merfolk. Many wise teachers throughout the ages, such as Oannes and Dagon, have traveled through these frequencies of the oceans and come upon land to teach humans at nighttime. And then they return to the oceans to rest in their underwater portals and ships and natural habitats that are suitable for them. Some require salt water, some require simply ocean water. Some come through lakes, like the serpentine beings, the Loch Ness Monster, as they were known mythologically. There have been sightings of these beings that have evolved for eons on Earth, beings that humans have struggled to comprehend. They have so much to learn about the life in their oceans. So many species still yet to be discovered. Many of them have appeared only when needed, and only select chosen few who have a psychic connection to these beings will witness them. while others will not. It will not register at all on their frequencies. Only a select few, those who have a connection to them and other star systems, will see them. There are Earth tribes that are not starseeds, but actually Earth-born souls that have always had Earth incarnations here, that are very in tune with the Earth and the seas, the oceans, that can tap into the frequency without having known them in other star systems, but they are mostly shaman or indigenous healers who have captured this frequency. When they go into trance, they instinctively know when some sort of non-humanoid is present. It is a faint resonance, but they can still pick up on it. It still registers in their subconscious, in their psyche. The purpose of this was to teach self-preservation and survival in various climates and various portals around the world. Some of these beings come from swampy environments. They are more reptilian. There have been lizard being sightings around swamp areas, such as in the Carolinas of America, South Carolina. There have been some that are actually human experiments, but many are here that have naturally evolved this way for eons, that would live underground or in caves around the world. In Agartha, Brazil, Telos, various underground mythological civilizations. And some lived up in the air, like in Shangri-La. There are various beings connected to these myths that truly existed or do still exist to this day. Some appear holographic, as if they are interdimensional, and they are existing on our planet and other planets in other star systems simultaneously. They are projecting and emanating through both realms. It is like they have a binary existence or existence, a coexistence through both locations in the stars and on Earth. It's not like they have to cross over or pass. They do not have to die to be in the other frequency. They are living out frequencies on both Earth and in the stars, in other planets in the star systems they originated from. They are doing important work here, and they do not want to be trapped in this frequency, so they have a way that they are able to anchor and pop in and out, while some are actually living out entire lifespans in both dimensions simultaneously. They are living out in parallel dimensions simultaneously. We are searching for a better way to explain this in simpler terms. But this is a Alpha Centaurian form of existence. The Alpha Centaurians are highly advanced. They are very close to our star system, the solar system. They are allies. They have had some involvement in human expansion in Lemuria and Atlantis. These are very forward-thinking beings. They only come to Earth when they're ready for certain advancements, for the protection of humanity, for the engagement of humanity with other beings in other timelines, so that they do not go into shock or trauma when they are being introduced to certain beings that are quite frightening to them, intimidating beings. They assist with the quarantine of our planet. They do have their own council, the Alpha Centauri High Council, similar to Sirian High Council, where they only meet when it is of advancement or survival. They rarely interfere with what is happening on Earth. There is a protocol, there is an agreement. Nevertheless, a few factions have interfered historically, but they have introduced certain technologies that were used against humanity, and so this was done away with. These programs were canceled because it caused detrimental effects on humanity. There is also this frequency coming through Aldebaran, who had a hand in the Nazification of Germany. It had a hand in all our world wars and global conflicts that have been keeping us from unification. More of the technology being used for evil purposes than from the Aldebaran beings who are part of this Orion resistance and somewhat affected by the Orion Empire. Aldebaran, which sits between Orion and the Pleiades in the constellation of Taurus, is emitting a very strong frequency among the Celtic races of ancient times, the Celtic tribes of ancient Britain and Ireland, and there is a connection to High Brazil in this region. There are many myths, Welsh myths, capturing some of these epics. The Mabinogion comes to mind. Aldebaran. The more Nordic races, of course, were in Scandinavia. These Nordic beings, extraterrestrial beings, that have given us our Norse legends and myths. It was not meant to be simply myths. These are magical systems These are esoteric mystery school traditions. There were sciences behind these myths and legends. However, when they were taught through oral traditions, it was easier to tell them from a mythological standpoint. And this was repeated around the world. The griot of Africa have this same technique where they pass down oral traditions and mythology, but there are sciences and initiations hidden within this lore that is passed down through the generations. The Orisha of Africa are central to this. The Orisha of the Yoruba. The types of systems that come through these pantheons and deities. These are simply systems for the initiations of the tribes, the initiations and rituals to track time on Earth and cycles on Earth, to assist with planting seasons, to assist with auspicious times to do certain things. Shifting now back to the Nommo, the dolphins, the whales, these aquatic beings, these beautiful aquatic beings, these amphibian beings that carry a frequency of royalty and simple regal frequencies that are quite loving and healing. Those resonating this will feel a tingling sensation around their heart chakras. They will feel an opening through their crown chakras as they are feeling more grounded through their root chakras. This energetic healing, stabilizing. It is like a gentle hug. It is like being wrapped in a cocoon of love, a pink loving frequency through the heart chakra, a sea green frequency as well through the heart chakra, just flowing in and out of the body, healing the auric field, the cosmic egg. Many of the ocean goddesses of Africa, Yemaya, many of the various ocean goddesses around the world, the Polynesian goddesses, the Celtic goddesses, connect to the Pleiades, the watery planets around the Pleiades, as well as Sirius B, and the belt stars of Orion, Mintaka, these watery planets around Mintaka. The beauty of this blue ray healing frequency can be traced back to Vega. This healing blue energy through the throat chakra and the third eye chakra. This ability to express vocally and bring about beauty, poetry, knowledge through the throat chakra for the beneficial healing of humanity is a gift brought to us from these watery planets in Vega and the Pleiades, Sirius, and Orion's belt. There is also Andromeda frequency. Encouraging us to move forward with healing sciences that are beneficial to the new earth. Tapping into the frequency where the new schools of earth, the new societies of earth are being formed primarily for healing through all the various ages of war, the Kali Yuga cycle, for instance, the ages of fire, the ages of ice, the ages of war. They're being balanced. They are being stabilized in this new future timeline with Andromeda. They are careful with what they are emitting as the Milky Way grows closer to the Andromeda galaxy. But right now it is like a cosmic dance between the galaxies, and it is divinely orchestrated. It is not by chance. They are attracted to each other. They are meant to collide when they do collide to become the Milkomeda galaxy. Humanity is waking up to its place in the Laniakea supercluster. Humanity is waking up to the knowledge of other superclusters and the concept of the multiverse. They're waking up to the conscious awareness that humanity originated in other galaxies and other star systems. They are remembering that they have been a part of a very long cycle, and that they were in agreement in the beginning before they broke off from source to experience life in all variations and star systems and galaxies, that there were agreements there of who would be allowed in to participate. Not everyone or every being was freely able to travel through the star systems. They had to be granted some sort of preparatory initiations, mystery schools, before they could participate in certain sectors of the universe. It is rare for starseeds to be where they are. Only in the case of Earth are we seeing this now, because Earth has been kept in isolation for so long. But other star systems have always had a sort of a cultural exchange program, similar to foreign exchange students traveling from one country to the other to study at their universities. This is expansive throughout the universe. However, because Earth was supposed to be more of a habitat or sanctuary, which turned into something else due to interference from certain beings that invaded and colonized in the form of the Anunnaki, Earth has been in quarantine for many hundreds of thousands of years. But before that, there were many beings for hundreds of millions of years that would travel to Earth, carry out their projects, terraform the Earth, carry out their projects with the dinosaurs, carry out their projects with various species. Before, there's a cataclysmic event, such as the asteroid event that took out the dinosaur population, while some beings went underground and survived and evolved into other forms of life until their cycles died out. The arcs were brought here, introducing new life forms to Earth. They were brought here from space to bring new planetary life and insect, the various kingdoms, the insect kingdom, the animal kingdom, all of the ocean life was imported here until it could expand on its own, reproduce on its own. The Sirians are behind a lot of this life on Earth. Things we take for granted. Butterflies, dragonflies. There's intelligences behind these insects and the critters of the forest, the critters of wherever there's life, even in its smallest form, there's intelligence behind that. From the smallest ant all the way up to the largest animals, mammals, the elephants, the giraffes. The Sirians have participated in all of these projects and experiments on Earth to teach us about life in other galaxies and star systems, and that life can take any form, and that there has been universal consciousness historically between all life forms. And humans have somewhat disconnected from that. They've been closed off from that due to Anunnaki interference. But some Anunnaki were working on behalf of humanity to help them keep intact, to restore their memories, to restore their sense of connectedness to all life on Earth and life forms in other star systems. So there's no accident here. Every human civilization has had to go through its own Garden of Eden process. And this was a very important group project where various star beings, up to 20 to 22 groups at a time, were here on Earth. Working on their own Garden of Eden projects with their own beings. This is why there's so much diversity on Earth. This is why there's so much similarities. There are so many similarities in the mythology of these tribes that have evolved on Earth. They are remembering the origin story because they all shared a part in this origin story in their own forms. It is like many of the Polynesian tribes who were meeting many Western civilizations in our current timeline. They thought that they were extraterrestrial beings, revisiting them because they had legends of beings who could travel there by plane or by craft or by boat. And in some ways they were mistaken for gods because they matched the complexions of these extraterrestrial beings that appear to be just like humans today. In many ways, there are subtle differences, but, as in they were much, much taller, or they lived much, much longer. In some cases, if they were so unique, they had paintings drawn, such as Osiris has green skin in some of the Egyptian depictions. So, there's a reason behind that, but ultimately, there have been many legends, and we are being invited to explore these many legends with new eyes, because our ancestors were not ignorant. They were highly intelligent, and they have put great care into collecting the records in our oral traditions and written history that was often stolen from them or destroyed in some way. But the memories are being restored as these lower dimensional frequencies melt away from the earth. As it comes into a new cycle, it is all being restored. And it is a beautiful story that is unfolding for each and every being. It is a very special time. And these are the lessons of the dolphins and whales. They are like gatekeepers of the mysteries. They are reminding you of the innocence, the childlike innocence. They are inviting you to return to play, to not work so hard, to not get so caught up in this hard life that you are experiencing on Earth in this timeline. That better days are coming. Better stages of human development are just around the corner. It will not always be this hard. It was never intended to be this hard to exist on Earth. Earth was a paradise. It was an absolute breathtaking paradise where humans could live in harmony and go many thousands of years without a single battle, without a single war or interference from invaders or colonizers. So we are reminding you that the time of peace is upon us all, that we have worked hard, and every time humanity has reached a level of height in their civilizations, there was always some sort of challenge, and in some cases cataclysms that set them back many thousands of years technologically. But the wisdom remained. The wisdom is never truly lost. It is carried within the soul, and the soul is always searching for better ways to express itself on Earth because it is aware. It is aware of its own inner divinity until someone programs it out of them or threatens their way of life, of consciousness. So, the starseeds are here to energetically help the beings of Earth transcend this on a more rapid rate. They are here not to rule over anyone or tell anyone how to think. They are simply here to energetically heal the planet, to stabilize the dark energy and dark frequencies that have been keeping humanity from advancing for so long, to get off of this time loop of dark matrix programming. The matrix is disintegrating. Humans will master this. They will come out of this false sense of identity. They will remember they are not their jobs or their stations in life. They are no longer going to identify with who they've been told they are. They are going to take more accountability for declaring their sovereignty and knowing on a deeper level, energetically, who they are meant to become, who they have always been, but the awareness of who they are becoming is going to be more defined, more absolute. More direct, without question, that they are exactly where they are meant to be, doing exactly what they are meant to be doing in the right timeline, understanding they are multidimensional, multi-galactic, multi-star nation beings, that they have taken many forms, that their missions are very important on Earth, whether they are starseeds or Earth-based souls. No one is higher or lower. No one is more important than anyone else. We are all one. And we are seeing the universe, the multiverse, the omniverse from our various incarnations or our various presences throughout the dimensions. But we are all one, and we are all remembering the divine plan, and that we have been a part of this divine plan from the beginning, and we will always be a part of this divine plan until the end of time. There is no end. It only begins again and again through each cycle, each epoch. But the true message here is that we are eternal beings. We are souls exploring consciousness through our human bodies on Earth. And our human bodies are soon to be elevated, evolving into even higher forms of existence. Homo Galacticus, Homo Omega, and beyond. We are all transcending our limitations in this new timeline, this timeline of healing and unification, as it was originally intended in our divine blueprint, in this grand experiment. And so it is. To infinity and beyond. Beloved, I am Starseed Commander, Anuana, end transmission.